This is my 2010 Peugeot RCZ HDi. But there's just one problem with it I want to improve, and that is this diesel engine just doesn't sound good enough. Although I do have a drop-in K&N filter, there's just not enough induction noise. I scoured the internet, I couldn't find a cold air intake system for this car anywhere. So I've decided I'm gonna make my own. So I went online and I bought a K&N universal cone filter, some silicone hoses and some clamps, because I want to make this look super cool. Now I decided to go for red because there's bits of red in the engine bay, like my amp wire, my terminal cover. So I thought, what a better way than getting red silicone hoses. So after some measurements, I've found that these pipes will fit perfectly. So now I'm going to get on with making this homemade cold air intake. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is to remove all of this right back to this point here, and then we're going to fit the new pipes here, incorporate the airflow meter, and then do a bit of cutting so that the feed is all the way in the cold snorkel, which is at the bottom of the engine bay. But before we start, let's see what this sounds like in standard form. So it doesn't sound great, so let's remove this. Remove the 4 screws holding the airbox in, then disconnect the connector for the airflow meter and pull it apart. That came off quite easily. There's just 4 screws, 1, 2, 3 and 4 right at the back there. We're going to take this airflow meter off because we need this. We're going to take it off from these 2 bolts here. Now that's off, I can now remove the old K&N filter, which is this one here. Very dirty, but it really does work, and I have got a cleaning kit for this. The best thing about these is I've only cleaned this once because you change these every 70,000. That's why I went for a replacement universal filter as well. Right, let's get on. We're trying to get this thing off. That was super easy, you literally just pull it off. Now this is the cold air feed I was talking about. This goes down and through the bumper, I do believe. See it go down there? So if I can get the new universal one from here into there, then it's going to get your cold air from there and still be far enough away from the engine. Let's get the top section off now, and then we can start measuring up. Well, that was literally just a plastic clip that you snip off. Tell you what's going to be an improvement as well. See how these ribs, they continue inside as well, so that's going to disturb airflow, isn't it? This is the replacement piece I got. It should be just slightly longer. I went for a good quality one. These are called auto silicone hoses, and I got these from Amazon. It's just slightly longer, which is what I wanted. So hopefully, yes, that does fit. It does slide on perfectly, which is great. I might have to just cut it at an angle slightly, then I can put the airflow meter there, and then the bendable piece will go down there. So what I've decided to do is to copy the angle from this one so I get it right. I've secured it on there so I can keep it straight, and then I'm going to cut at that angle with the ring in place so it gives me a nice straight line when I cut the silicone hose. So thinking about this, I probably should have just used a pen and draw a line. Because I didn't have one to hand, I thought this was the best option to do this job. Please remember, just be very careful that you don't slip and cut yourself. And there you have a nice cut. Now I'm going to attach this on. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, after putting the filter on, I've kind of roughly measured where I want that cut to be. So hopefully it'll be right there when I make the cut. And I still might be able to angle it. In fact, I might just go a bit higher, so then I can adjust it where I want it. So I'm going to cut this, but the problem I'm going to have is I'm going to have to be very careful because I can't get the angle if I put it much tighter than this. So I'm going to have to just be very careful, cutting a bit at a time. Oh, it's getting difficult because it's quite close to the intercooler now. Yeah, I need more of an angle. So once I was happy with the angle, I then proceeded to tighten the cone filter on the end using the clamps that came in the kit. I then did exactly the same thing on the airflow meter side, and that was it. Done. Okay guys, so that's it fitted, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. Look how it's really solid as well. It's not going to hit the intercooler, and it looks amazing. Look at that. It's perfectly positioned for the cold air feed, and I just think it looks amazing. For what? That was 40 quid, that was 18, and that was about 18 as well. For 80 quid, you've got yourself a cold air intake, and it just looks the business. I'm so happy with it. Right, let's get on to seeing what this thing sounds like. Oh my god, how good does that sound? I am so over the moon with this, I can't tell you. I'm going to take it out for a test drive. I'm going to see what you think of this, because I think it sounds amazing. You can hear the turbo. It's almost like a dump valve when it goes off, and it's so much better. I'm so happy. Right, let's take it out for a test drive and see what it sounds like. I may have to put my windows down for this, because I think it's going to sound awesome. Go. Oh my god. It sounds like it's got a dump valve. What the heck? Oh my god. Hello. Listen to this. Doesn't it? Yeah, really happy. Hi. Here we go. Oh my god, that sounds so good. I can't tell you how good this sounds. It feels quicker. I don't know if that's just me. Let's have a listen. I'm getting so many looks. It's when she's under load she sounds the best. I've accidentally created the best DIY cold air intake for a diesel ever. I never in a million years will think this would sound this good. Why would you not want your car to sound like this? She does feel a little bit quicker top end weirdly, which does make sense, because they do say you lose power when you're in traffic and low speeds and stuff, because obviously the engine's hot, it's going to draw a bit of hot air in. Obviously when the car's up to speed, you're getting all that air in and it's going to suck more in, which to me makes complete and utter sense. To get that kind of whoosh sound, weird, you have to have it under load. Let me see if I can get the revs. If you change gear at 2,500, she will do a nice little psst. I wonder if you can hear it inside the car. Let's put the windows up. Yeah, you do hear it. This has to be the best mod you can do for an HDi. Let me show you how good this sounds in the underground car park. Listen to this. Diesel should not sound like that. I absolutely love this mod, and if you want to do it, just follow my instructions and get one fitted to your HDi. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.